Perfect.
We're live.
No, we just ended the broadcast, Kenny.
No, it says we're live.
We're live.
It does end. Oh,
We're off to a good start already.
I am new at this. Holy smokes. I'm looking at the wrong live button over here, or whatever it is. Hey, everybody. Tom Tezak, Jordan Kamikawa, Kenny Ward, and our greatest new addition to the team. We're excited to introduce Kim Salvato. Kim is joining us. Angela, as we mentioned last week, Kim just
she went away.
That was Kim, come back. Anyway, so Kim there she is. Kim is replacing Angela. Angela has gone on to a new opportunity, so we're excited for Angela, and we're looking forward to having Kim be part of the team. Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself. Kim is already having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't think Kim can hear us.
Oh, bummer. Anyway, Kim is, I'm going to just start talking as she figures it out. Kim is new to the team, and Kim is saying ditch the headsets. She's going a different direction.
It is complete.
Kim, can you hear us? I feel like I'm on a bad TV show all of a sudden.
I don't think that she can hear us.
All right, so Kim, smile. So Kim is from San Francisco area, and she is licensed in California, and she is also licensed in Hawaii. She's going to be bringing her license, getting that active. Thanks, Gray. You'll get to know Kim pretty quick. Anyway, so Kim is joining us on our team, and she worked for a high-power agent in California for 5 years and moved to Maui. She's got a beautiful little baby girl. And she'll be a part of the team. So be on the lookout for Kim, and say hi to her if you talk to her. If you're realtors out there and you have Angela's phone number programmed in your phone, that number is now going to be Kim's number, and she will be able to be reached. She'll be helping us set showings and do all the things that Angela did. And so we're excited. And
I just as a heads up, I'm messaging with Kim right now. She's going to leave. She's going to try to come back. We're going to see if that'll work. A good old turn it off and turn it back on method.
It's a reboot.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lori. Appreciate that. So anyway, let's talk about how we can skip quarantine. Kenny, you couldn't skip quarantine, but we'll talk about that. But last week, the governor announced that we can ditch quarantine if you're coming into the state. And Jordan, what do they got to do to ditch quarantine?
They have to provide a negative test result 3 days prior, is what you're saying?
I think it's either 3 days or 72 hours. I know there's a little difference from maybe when they board, but it's basically 3 days prior they need to do that.
And so that starts August 1st. You'll be able to come back to Maui as long as you have a negative test result and follow the guidelines, whatever other guidelines. Do you know if there's any other? Do they have to fill out forms or anything, or is that just?
Yeah, they have to bring their checkbook and be prepared to buy real estate.
Compact lifestyle, Maui.
No, you know what? I think they're involved. The process, they announce it, and it's all evolving. Like they're making a deal, I think, with CBS. Probably, I think I'd heard rumors of Walgreens where people can go in and get tested. I heard somewhere in the vicinity of $140 for the test, and then $20 processing fee. I heard, and this is all hearsay, so just take it for what it's worth. I also have heard that there's going to be a digital transmission of the test, so that you go to CVS, you get the test, it's negative, and then you fly out, and then it's supposed to be recorded with the state of Hawaii, so that there's a database that says yes, you had a test and it was negative. So that's what I'm hearing. There are a limited amount of flights coming into Maui that I know that there was heavy bookings on those. And then you can also fly through Oahu. And so again, it's all in a work in process. And as we get closer, I believe that we'll have more clarity on it. And then the other thing I had heard, and again, hearsay, is that the concern was, well, what if I book my flight and then I take the test and it's positive? I just lost my flight. Well, supposedly the airlines are, some airlines said, we'll give you your money back if you test positive. So I think that's going to be important as well. And it makes sense that they can't, they're trying to get people to fly. And if they don't give them that peace of mind, I think it's going to be pretty tough. But we'll start to see that. It's still a month away. It's July 1st. So it's 30 days away from when that's going to start to happen. So we'll see how all that shakes out. Any thoughts, Jordan, Kenny?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see just how it affects our market. We were talking before this, and both Tom and I and other agents feel that it's our vacation rental market has just been at a standstill until now, and it's just we predict it's going to explode after that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Nobody has a crystal ball, but I know Tom has talked to a few of his clients, and I've talked to a few of them, and I mean, there's people that are coming out. I've talked to somebody, they're like, oh, nobody's going to get on a plane. I'm like, the people haven't been to Maui, and been, isolated and restricted from coming to Maui for a year. They're definitely going to, a lot of people have cabin fever and want to get out here. So it'll be good too, because like we talked about last time, the tourism industry will be able to get going again, hotels and vacation rentables. So I think it's positive ultimately for our economy to get jump started again. So
yeah, I think you're right. I think that you're right. Some people are right. There's some people that will not get on a plane, but there's a bunch of people that are gonna get on a plane. I mean, it's hard if the flights coming into Maui are pretty tough. What I'm looking at, because I was traveling a ton and I love to travel. I think that right now, Maui has gone from unattainable because you can't get here without quarantining to the safest place in the world. Because now we have no cases. I think we have one new case yesterday, but we've had very, very few cases. I mean, hardly any in the big scheme of things. And now everybody's going to need to get a test to get on a plane. And if they don't have a negative test, they're not getting on that plane. So people that can fly direct into Hawaii from the West Coast, down wherever, they're going to be coming in. They're going to get on a plane already going to be negative. So all the people that show up are going to have the testing. And so quite honestly, it's not like you're going to some mainland resort place where people can drive into and there's no controls. Everybody coming here is going to be, for the most part, we're going to have the biggest, greatest restrictions on health and safety. And so for me, I'm thinking those people are saying, hey, I'd rather go if I'm going to travel, which there's a lot of people that want to travel. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Maui, Kauai, where it's super, super safe and super protected. So that's my take on it. And I think we're going to see a ton of people coming here. And going forward, not only the next 2 months, but I think for the next 12 months, with the process in place, it's going to be a process, that people are just going to do this, and it's now going to become the hottest destination going. So, welcome back, Kim. Can you hear us?
Technical difficulties.
So we're going to go back. Any other thoughts about that, Jordan, Kenny? We were talking about safety.
I want to hear about Kim and.
Okay. Yeah. So Kim,
Okay.
tell us. I tried to give a little brief about where you came from, you little beautiful little Piper, and all of that stuff. But fill us all in.
Yes, came from the Bay Area, born and raised in San Francisco Bay Area. Been in real estate for 15 years. Love it. It's super fun and exciting. And I came on vacation to Maui 3 years ago and met a man and been with him since. And we just had a beautiful baby girl. And we thought there's no better place to raise her than Hawaii. I didn't want to do it in the Bay. So we thought might as well do it here, have a little beach baby. So we've been here about a little over a month, about a month and a half. And we love it. She loves it. We're super happy. We've been settling. As Tom said, it is one of the safest places I feel to be right now. So we're super fortunate. And I just started the team. I'm super excited to be with everyone. It seems like a great opportunity and no better way to learn Maui than I think real estate. So I feel very fortunate and just happy to be here.
Well, we welcome you, Kim. It's interesting. I moved here with which I don't even know if these guys are, but I moved here with a 3-month-old baby when we moved. So it's a tough journey. I mean, thinking that when you come here, we knew nobody. My wife and I, we just packed our bags with a 3-month-old and a 6-year-old. So I know how hard it is.
Yeah.
So hats off to you for taking that leap of faith. And welcome. We are excited to have you as part of the team.
Thank you.
And we'll figure out your technical difficulties as it goes. And Letty Ann, thanks. Letty Ann is a great friend and a realtor in Kansas City, Missouri. And Letty Ann, would love to get you out here and have you share our world. If you need real estate helping in Kansas City, just let me know. We can hook you up with Letty Ann, or anywhere in the country for that matter. It's so much fun being part of the different networks I am, that I know agents all across the world. And that's a great segue, Kenny. Thank you. One of the things that I've posted on one of my sites, I'm engaged and interact with a lot of agents from all across the country in resort markets. And I asked them, I said, what's happening in your resort market? And I posted that on Facebook, and it's just amazing the amount of responses I got, but so many places across the country. And I'm just, Santa Barbara is blowing up. Where else? I'm sorry, I should have wrote this all out. The Panhandle in Florida, Destin, Florida is blowing up. Costa Rica, nothing's happening there yet because their borders are still closed, but they're getting ready to open them up. But they said they're not opening them up to hotspots like the United States. So globally, U.S. is a little bit struggling with getting into outside worlds. Mount Washington Belly is huge again, or happening. Park City. So anyway, the point being, Coeur d'Alene, all of these markets that are mainland U.S. are super, super hot right now. So if you've been thinking, hey, I want to buy real estate in Maui, I would recommend, and this is what we've been telling people, get into contract now. Reach out to your realtor. Hopefully it's us. Say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. You're going to be coming out August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Let's get you in contract before that. We can help you figure out what property to go into. And then you can come in and inspect it when you arrive. So I just think that that's going to be ahead of the curve, because I think our inventory is going to be depleted predominantly in the resort rental markets coming pretty quick. So Jordan, I've been talking for a while. What do you think?
Yeah. I keep my eye out too on the lower end of the vacation rental market. Pretty tight, pretty close knit. And there's, I don't know, what are there, 40 something units available, which last year around this time, there was maybe 5 or 6 under 600,000. So right now the inventory is wide open, but like Tom was saying, I think people are starting to think the same thing. And, the people that are jumping ahead of the curve, early bird gets the worm. We probably right before August, inventory is going to drop pretty dramatically. And as soon as August hits, when people get their feet on the ground, I'm pretty sure the inventory is going to be pretty tight in that price point. So it's, it'll be interesting to see. And like Tom's saying, if that's something that you're interested in, it might be beneficial to get a head start before everybody else. Lori's never been here.
I know, that's surprising to me. She lives in Southwest Florida, so it's a pretty amazing place. I always want to say Coral Gables because of the movie, but she lives in, I think it's Cape Coral. But straighten us out, Lori, because my mind is old and tired sometimes. But she works, another realtor friend of ours that works in the resort markets, and I know that she has said that her market is just crazy as well. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting journey come August 1st. Kenny, what's quarantine been like? You've been in quarantine. We were talking about that.
It is, frankly, it's easy peasy.
I see you moved. You moved from the kitchen last time on StreamYard to the living room. So at least you're moving around the house, huh?
Yeah, moving around the house. Yeah. The only thing that I feel deprived of is just, I like to go for like a run, nothing crazy, like maybe 2-3 miles. So that's really the only thing. But I mean, I'm not even in a big space. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with my brother, and we're fine. It's been a little bit warm here and there, but on the whole, it's been nice. I can't complain. I know that I've heard some people have had some horror stories, and that may just have to do with how my brain is wired, but no complaints. Would do it again if I had to.
See, and so Kenny, me and Kenny were talking yesterday, and it's like I am so exactly the opposite. If I had to be stuck for 14 days, I would be just going ballistic. My wife even said, "You can't leave the island because I can't deal with you for 14 days straight." So, yes, yeah, it would be hard for me.
I will say yesterday I had my first, I called it a tantrum, because it was blazing hot yesterday, and I don't know what happened, but it was around like 4 o'clock. My brother and I were going to do a little like at-home workout, which we've been doing almost every day. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really want to do it. I agreed. And I got like 6 sit-ups in, and I just lost it. And I was just like, no. And I just got up and I went to the other room. Came back, got some ice cream, and sat on my bed and was like,
nice. You're a full fit. When are you free, Kenny?
Sunday is the day I can leave. Yeah.
What is the first thing you're gonna do when you get up?
We already have the plan. Is we're gonna go down to Ulua Beach or Sidewalks, and we're gonna bring our running shoes, and we're gonna run the whole thing, and then jump straight into the water.
Ocean. Yeah. Great plan.
I love it.
And then we're going to go to Costco.
Here's what reminds me with, though, is what kind of ice cream did you have? That's what I want to know.
Mint chocolate chip all the way.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then I'm going to change gears again, because Jordan is sort of famous in his own way, besides just being with the team. Jordan has created a show on YouTube or Facebook or both, I'm not sure, where he does Talk Pigeon Tuesdays. And he sort of took a little break for a while, but now he's back on. And I love it, because living here in Maui, you hear people talking pigeon. And the first thing is if you don't know how to talk pigeon, don't pretend or don't try, because that is a bad thing. So for all you
I think I've heard you try to do it a couple times, Tom. And
you straighten me out.
Like, Tom, stop right now.
So, but I love to listen to it. And if you've ever been in a space where you'll see two local, and it doesn't have to be, I mean, it's not Hawaiian or Portuguese or Haole. It can be anybody who's born and raised here that has this dialect. And so I just wanted Jordan to do his Talk Pigeon Tuesday. And what was your word for yesterday? And sort of give us the spiel for your Talk Pigeon Tuesday, and then tell us how they can find it.
Yeah. So, growing up here, I mean, my dad can't not talk pigeon and stuff like that. So I was surrounded by it, just growing up, and I went to Baldwin. And so until I went to the mainland, I mean, my proper English got way better. But before that, I was pretty thick in pigeon. So yesterday I did the word some, and, in proper English, it means not all of something. In pigeon, it means like the total opposite kind of thing, which a lot of pigeon words do mean. So some, in this case, emphasizes like the word that comes next. So, for example, I talked about my plate lunch, which was my word before in the previous week. And I said, that plate lunch was some ono, eh? So some meant it was very or really ono, which is delicious. It's just this fun thing that I like to do. And it's more about just education about the local culture. And some of my older ones, like Tom said, I mean, there's pigeon comes from a local culture, which is a mix and melting pot of all different races from back in the day and whatnot. And that's how pigeon came to be. So there's all these different words derived from Japanese influence, Filipino influence, Hawaiian, of course, and then, and it all mixed together. So it's been really fun, and I get some good feedback. It's just, it's not real estate related. It's something fun that I like to do being a local boy. So
perfect. And where do they find you at, Jordan?
At my business page, if you search my name, Jordan Kamikawa, real estate. Yeah. So
Spell Kamakawa for him, please.
yeah,
Just so I mean, just, it's
Yeah.
like right on the board on the screen. You can see it.
yeah. Just search my name. Yeah. So, and my mom, of course, is my biggest fan. She just commented. What did she say? Some good this live stream. Stay enjoying this baga a lot. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, I got it from my parents.
Is that your elderly mom?
Oh, okay. Then let's not do this again. Kim's like, what's going on?
I think
last
we're
week
the same age, probably. I mean, you might even be younger than me. So
yeah, it's
yeah. If you weren't watching last week, you were really
week
thinking what a jerk Tom is. But you're getting it out of context, so you're gonna have to go back to last week's show to figure out what the heck we're talking about. So anyway, so thank you. So go check out Jordan's Talk Pigeon. It's so cool that what he's doing, and I love it. And then last thing, I'm excited. I'm working on a new listing, and it's a amazing listing down in McKenna, oceanfront, beachfront. I got the what's that?
Oh, there you go.
Oh yes, no act.
Hey Tom, no act. You're younger than me. No, basically don't act up.
Okay, sorry, Amy. Anyways, so we got a great new listing. We're working on it right now. It's going to be coming out in probably a couple of weeks, and just be on the lookout for it. But it is beachfront in McKenna, so I'm excited to be bringing that to everybody. So that's what we got going on. And if you guys, if you need any help with anything, have any questions, got questions about quarantine, let us know. Every Sunday too, I go out and put a show out, sort of whenever I remember. It's Sunday afternoon sometime. And it's like, oh, I got to do my Maui update. But a lot of people have been watching and giving me some great feedback, which I really appreciate. And I just sort of try to give an overview on what's happened for the week, what to expect, talking about whatever. Sometimes I get in a soapbox and I'm a little bit pissy, but that's just who I am. And so we're doing that. So, just if you want to catch up with us, you can see Jordan on Tuesdays, all of us on Wednesdays, me on Sundays. And Kenny, you've been doing any live stuff for the other it's the other realm, right?
Yeah, no, we haven't, but we have been recording a lot. We actually just are doing, it's just July, but we're working on a Christmas EP of a couple Christmas songs, so that we're working way ahead of schedule here.
Wow. Holy smokes.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. So we've had All I Want for Christmas Is You playing here, but maybe we'll get on and do a little live stream of a couple songs.
All right. And we need to do another, since we're coming out of quarantine. Maybe, Kenny, you need to find us a song that we can do a cover on like we did last time.
Yeah, I started writing one for us, so maybe I gotta finish that.
We'll get back to forget about Christmas. Let's get that cover. So we did what was the song we did?
Lean on Me, right?
Lean on Me. It was so much fun. So if you guys didn't see it, check it out. It's somewhere. And that's all I got. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good. Welcome to Kim again, to our team. And
Thank you.
Reach out, say hi, and we'll be back next Wednesday, next Tuesday, and next Sunday. Everything goes the right direction. And maybe we'll put Kim on a show just by herself, just to have her talk about Piper, how to raise a baby in Maui. So, that's the question, and that's the other thing for all you folks out there. We're working on some stuff. If you've got questions that you have these undying answers that you need the answers to, reach out. We do a series, and if there's something that you always wonder, what about this on Maui, or how do you do this, or how do you raise a 3-month-old baby in Maui? Let us know, and we just love to add that to our repertoire of frequently asked questions. And we don't always know what people are thinking, so we'd love you to share that with us. Shoot us a message in this link or whatever, and we'll try to answer it for you, or go out and get the information and answer it. And see, I said I was done, but I'm not. And then also we did this past Friday, I think we released our second in the 2-show series of Maui Kuia Estate Chocolate, and it was the how it's made. So that was fun. And then Kenny, did we ever get to the tasting one?
Not yet. That's still coming though.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and actually I was referencing that yesterday because the TZAX actually sent me a nice little quarantine basket, and it had some Maui Kuia chocolate in there. So I finally got to taste it. So,
yeah. So my wife is so sweet, and my daughters. And I had nothing to do with it.
Sure.
So what'd you think of this? They took Kenny a quarantine basket. It was so neat. Kenny, so and then good. One of my daughter's friends who's in quarantine. So what was in the basket?
So they really did an awesome job, and they kind of customized it to me as well. So they had Lori texted me and said, "Hey, I just made some pasta sauce. Can I bring you some?" And I was like, "Oh, I'd love that. Sure." So I'm expecting, a jar of pasta sauce. She shows up with this basket, and it had the whole bottom was filled with candies. There was like immunity shots in there, the turmeric shots. What else? The sauce, pasta, cheese, like everything to make a full like linguine dinner with Lori's fresh sauce. And then they wrapped up I'm a huge, if anybody is shocked, Britney Spears fan. And they got 2 Britney Spears CDs, and they wrapped them up with this cute little note that said, "If Britney can survive 2007, which is her head shaving year, you can survive quarantine." And it was like, I was delighted. I was just like, this just made my day. And I felt bad, like I couldn't have them come in or anything. I was like, I'm still in quarantine, but thank you.
I love it. Yep. So I'm glad that you enjoyed it. How was the spaghetti sauce?
So good. We had some for dinner last night, but there was enough that we'll be able to have it again. So I think we're either having it for lunch or dinner again tonight.
My wife makes the best spaghetti. I was telling Kenny, I said, I can't go and order spaghetti anywhere outside of the house because it's always a disappointment. So isn't it great when you have something that you make or your mom makes or your dad makes? It's like, I can't order this anywhere else. So anyway, well, Kenny, we love you, man. And we're glad that you're surviving quarantine. And
I'll get out and I'll give you guys a big old hug.
All right. Perfect. All right. Aloha, everybody. Thanks.
Take care, guys. Have a great Wednesday.
Have a great day.